Shannon, also known as Creepshow Art, is someone I consider a friend.
Since she portrays herself as this mega moral social justice warrior who uses her platform to hold others who are guilty of all the above accountable, and she will tell you why they deserve to be canceled.
Now, I will say this, as someone who considers her a friend, I find that a little bit disappointing that she wouldn't trust me.
And people have a huge issue with this because in her community post as well, she said, I'm not going to be answering any questions about this. And now on Instagram says that she's leaving until she can prove that this wasn't her.
One, I think she knows she's lying, and that's why she doesn't want us to defend her. And the truth eventually comes out, right?
Flashback. I'm so unlikable. According to some people, LolCow won't even talk about me anymore, which is actually a good thing. But still, like, I'm so bad that they don't even want to talk. What? It's annoying, and it's stupid, and it's plain old difficult being me.
Plain old difficult being me.
End of flashback.
Drama alert. Hey guys, welcome to Uni News. It's been a minute since I posted here because there is so much going on that every time I try to make a video, I have to add more to it. This is part 1, and it involves Creepshow art. I've seen some people ask about the Creepshow art. Shannon has been posting on an anonymous message board website since at least 2018. She was posting anonymously, but admins outed her as punishment for pretending to be her own fans and haters and trying to profit off the site.
The power's still on. I need a joint.
As many users in the thread are aware, Shannon or Creepshow's posts on LolCow haven't exactly been subtle. We've decided to compile her post history after she escalated her behavior by sharing her sister's social media in order to deflect from criticism toward herself. Beyond that, she's been anonymously promoting her videos, her Patreon, YouTube memberships to members of the site, and making posts about herself to either white knight or insult herself for many years. We've had a policy to reveal post histories of users who go to great lengths to use our website to propel their own online presence. So yeah, it's like you wonder how Creepshow blew up, but there's a lot of factors in it. This is just one of those factors. If you want to see this for yourself, I'll shout out the person that compiled this all together, Dish Soap 1234, because they did a great job. Might as well shout them out. One of the worst, let's start with, and go ahead, give me a sound effect, and the worst things that she did. Well, kind of, at least from the first look. When her sister was in the ICU, she posted the sister's social media to the site, trying to have her attacked for being too much of an SJW for the sister. She posted insults toward her friends, Ready to Glare, D'Angelo Wallace, and I don't know who the other person is. Edwin's Generation? Is his name really Sexy Edwin?
Nope.
She called people fat, autistic, ugly, and etc. Most of her posts are either about her own persona and content or about the drama with another creator named Hopeless Peaches, in which she calls Peaches a leech who sucks Creepshow's D. It's pretty obvious she was just trying to make it seem like if you looked at it, you wouldn't think it was her. So she had that guilt going, like, ooh, I don't want people to know this is me. She loves talking shit about art tubers, painting YouTuber, and calls them tranny and fake boys, a slur towards trans. For how much that she likes to virtue signal about body positivity, she sure likes using chubby and fat insults as well as making fun of people's skin issues. While being an outspoken fan of Corpse Husband and making videos about how toxic and mean the fandom is, she was lurking a thread that tried to dox him and posted in there making fun of his fans, saying a girl with a corpse tattoo had made herself undoable. And she manufactured a whole argument in which she plays both sides to make herself look bad. Good? Don't even know at this point. All the posts outlined in red are her. We're not going to go through it here. Maybe in part 2. I'll bring up, I've already got some of them that I'm going to read to you. She bragged about her finances, insisting multiple times that she makes a specific amount. I believe she said $20,000 a month. She also bragged about her friends' follower counts and how other influencers are scared of her. Makes sense, doesn't it? The side note, the red text, "This is not okay," was added by admins after the fact to help readers identify her post, and it's a reference to how she has a million videos with that title. This is not okay. So they're just flipping that on her, which I think is funny. At one point, she was making videos about a woman who is now understood to be very, very mentally unwell with paranoid schizophrenia, but Shannon is still posting in the thread telling others how to keep finding her new accounts. The self-promotion was sleazy ways of trying to drum up a fan hype for herself on anonymous boards of all places, and honestly, the least disgusting aspect about this, I'm in awe at how two-faced she is.
That's a genuinely shocking fact.
Are you serious? This is torture. You're torturing me and everyone else watching. Wait.
Some people out there are defending Creepshow. They kind of believe her or think it might be possible. And you shouldn't do that. It could be cognitive dissonance or something, but by the way that she admitted to all this, it is her. It has to be her. Well, let me tell you why. She came out and put a community post immediately out that said once she saw the first couple messages, she knew it was a stalker who spoofed her IP address, and that made it look like Creepshow had done this when she didn't. And she doesn't understand the internet. There's a lot of reasons I could name. Other things like device IDs, MAC addresses, tell you how they work. That would just bore you. I'll just say, how in the world do you read a couple messages and then say,
oh no, someone's framing me by spoofing me,
without looking, without, checking into it? Because that just might not be happening. Maybe it's someone you live with that did all this, right? That would be more believable. So why didn't she say something like that? Because she was panicking, because she knew she was busted, and she got busted. The website has more reasons, more data that they can determine to make this Creepshow. So because of how the internet works, Creepshow shot herself in the foot with that response and told everybody that, yep, she's lying to us. Her community post is long and boring. It creates a huge story for everybody where she's stalked, her IP is spoofed, she was harassed, she was hacked, they sent her pictures of self-harm and all this stuff. And I think what that shows you is how Creepshow creates her stories. How she put together this community post is an example of how she puts together videos. I do believe she has a problem with lying. She has a problem with being real with people, and that's probably why she's so willing to use cancel culture out there. It gives my point is, it gives us a backstage look into how Creepshow's mind operates and how she operates, and it's not good. Another aspect of the story is that many of the big creators that are around her would have immediately jumped live online and started covering this if this was anyone else. And this illustrates how this group of creators protects each other and changes how they operate, changes their opinion. It's gatekeeping, right? Though I do have to shout out Tipster, because Tipster went right out there and told us how he felt, told us what happened. And the title of his video, I think, is really good. Creepshow is not who you think she is or who she says she is, right? Now, Tipster was easy on her in the aspect that he was really kind of hurt, and he was in disbelief when he went in and started talking about this, though, is that I believe Tipster is being honest, right? Me and Tipster haven't had the best past. We were cool with each other for a really long time. I have no clue what happened. Personally, I think some of the people he hangs out with doesn't like me, so then he started forming a bad opinion of me, just believing shit that people told him without actually watching my content. But if that's what he wants to do, that's fine with me. Though, I do feel he was being honest about how he felt about Creepshow. Do I think that, am I happy that he didn't, go hard on her and then actually, call her out more? I'm not. I do think he should have, but then that's just my opinion. At least I think he was being honest, so. In part 2, I'll talk about the live stream that I had with Creepshow. And if you remember, I was about to do a stream where I told you all where Creepshow got something massively wrong in one of her videos. But then she went to Augie and said, get him in here. I want to, debate him on your show. So I went over to Augie's stream. I had my notes in front of me from her video, and I read her the direct quote of what she said in her video, right? And I was about to explain how that quote is wrong. If you watched it, right? Now, she lied and told everybody on that stream, the other creators, she gaslit us by trying to convince us that she never said that in her video. And I didn't think she would just lie straight to me and everyone else in front of the audience and everything. So during the video, I'm like, well, I must have been wrong, I guess. I must be wrong thinking you said this in your video. Well, if you watched the video I did right after I left Augie's stream, you know that I went and played the clip, and I had the quote from her video perfectly just as she said it. So she lied to everybody. And I think this coming out against her explains how it gives us a little peek into how she was able to lie in front of all of us, in front of Muda, in front of Augie, and in front of the whole audience. And this leads us to the final question. Should Creepshow be canceled? Should we give her the same treatment that she gives and expects for everybody else? Well, that's up to you, whether you stop supporting her or not. My opinion, though, I don't think we should be canceling people. I just think that we should be encouraging them to change. And if they do messed up stuff and they stop, if they change, then I think you should give them a chance. And I don't know how many chances you've given Creepshow, but I know personally I've given her too many. And no, this isn't gonna, me, like, if she ever gets over this, comes back and says, I'm cool now, it's not gonna bring me back to her. Will it bring you back to her? That's up to you. It's an individual thing. Do not group think when it comes to that. Make up your own mind. I'll see you in part 2. I'm out. Peace.